the Bears in some action this weekend?
Yes, and if you think Clarence Thomas is feeling pressure right now, Jess Branch is going to feel a lot more. The Bears, well, they showed up today to play, but they really had some problems. The Bears had the opportunity to sit in the driver's seat of the Gateway Conference. A win over Western Illinois would have given them sole possession of the lead. But the Bears playing lottery football, if you will. You can't win if you don't play, and the Bears simply did not show up for the first part of this one. At 7-7 late in the second, and Don Simmons to Damaris Johnson, I'll get it right. It's 14-7 at the intermission. Western Illinois on top. Jess Branch looking for answers to his problems all over the field today. Let's take you to the third, trailing by 2 touchdowns. It's 4th and 2, and the Bears trying to get some momentum, and they would go for it. Paul Carney, keeper, no, does not get it. A big boost for the Leathernecks defense. Special teams would get SMS back into this one on the punt. Chucky Calhoun waiting 71 yards away from pay dirt. He pulls this one down, takes it to the far side of the field. Nothing but green pasture for Chucky Calhoun. He goes 71 yards, and it was a 21-14 ball game. Bears just 1 touchdown away, but Western Illinois responded very quickly. Simmons finds another touchdown strike. It went up 26-14. He had 219 yards today, 3 touchdown passes. Here's the way it ended up. SMS loses to Western Illinois 26-21. The Bears go to 3-2-1 overall. Northern Iowa is 1-1 now in the Gateway, and Eastern Illinois, a winner, Eastern Illinois over Indiana State, or loser to Indiana State, 16-15. Both of those are 1-1 right now. No report from Southern Illinois and Troy. Let's go to the Missouri Tigers in Boulder, Colorado this afternoon. The Buffs didn't need a 5th down in this one. In fact, they hardly needed a 3rd down. Reason why? They had Darian Hagan, the Buffs quarterback, with a bluff today of sorts. He was listed questionable for the game with knee and hamstring troubles. Not true, though. He passed all over the Tigers' defense. He was 9 of 17, 119 yards, and he's not passing. He's handing it off to James Hill. It was 24-0 at the half. And you tell me, does it look like he has knee and hamstring problems? No. The option run perfectly. He finds his way and weaves his way downfield. 101 yards rushing today for this one. The troubles are right back into Missouri as they have a long bus ride home. Final 55-7. Phil Johnson, former Kickapoo quarterback, had 3 completions in the first half for 39 yards. Tigers 2-2-1 overall. Better news for SBU quarterback Trevor Spradley. 2 records today, most completions and most yards passed, 29 of 37 for 376 yards. And Evangel gets a win at Lamoni, Iowa. Gavin Jones raced 32 yards with 5:44 to play. The Crusaders pick up an important conference win. Now, let's turn to the Southwest Conference. It was Houston and Fayetteville for a date with Arkansas for homecoming. Now, in August, many would have thought this game would be a blowout with the league's best facing one of the weak sisters in the league. Not so. Arkansas, an 11-point underdog in this one. And number 46, Ty Mason, recovers a Cougar fumble in this one. That sets up this jump over by Ron Dickerson. And it was 17-10 at that point. Arkansas on top. And then Michael James, a defensive back, had 2 interceptions in this affair today. This was his first with 3:38 to play. He knows what to do with it. 75 yards later, and it was an Arkansas lead. They're going to have lots to talk about in the dance. Arkansas is unbeaten in the league. They improved to 4-2 overall. The Cougars dipped to 1-4 and 0-2. By the way, David Klingler did not play the second half. Other news from the Southwest Conference that may surprise you. The number 8th ranked Baylor Bears hosting Rice. The Owls have the nation's leading rusher. There he is. Trevor Cobb breaks it up the middle. Finished with over 150 yards today. We go to the 4th quarter. We're knotted at 17 and a little gadgetry. A fake field goal resulting later on in the winning drive. The field goal coming up here by Darrell Richardson, 31 yards out. The final, Rice 20, Baylor 17. Everyone in the Southwest Conference has a loss except the Arkansas Razorbacks. In the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, the Texas Longhorns looking to interrupt the 4-0 record Oklahoma has built. The Sooners up 7-3 here in the 4th. Mike McKinley up the middle on the draw. He loses the handle. It scoots forward. Bubba Jackies finds it. He knows what to do with it. 30 yards downfield, and it was a 10-7 lead for Texas. That's the way this one finishes up. The Red River battle goes to the Longhorns. Sooners are 4-1. Hook'em Horns go to 2-2. All but 2 of the top-ranked football teams in action this afternoon, and tonight 5 of those games featured teams against each other. The number one classic that we consider was the 9th-ranked Penn State taking on 2nd-ranked Miami. Nittany Lions know the run and know a little bit about the pass. Check out Tony Saga behind the back. A completion nonetheless, but do they really have this thing figured out? Meanwhile, Miami's Gino Torretta is satisfied with the old-fashioned way. The forward pass, and then he finds Horace Copeland. 80 yards later, it's a touchdown. The first meeting between these two since the 1987 National Championship. It was knotted at 6 apiece at half, and later in this ball game, Penn State's kicking game breaks down, and Kevin Williams finds the hole. He goes 91 yards. That was a record for Miami. On a punt return, they win this one 26-20, your final. Florida State goes past Virginia Tech by 13, 33-20, the final there. Washington, why are they playing Toledo? Well, so they can get a win like this, 48-0. Florida topples Tennessee tonight, 35-18. Desmond Howard has 2 touchdown receptions. He's a nice Heisman Trophy candidate for Michigan, 45-28 final over Michigan State. The Irish score a 2-muck punch. They are 5-1 overall with a clobbering to Pittsburgh. Hey, the Buckeyes of Ohio State are no longer unbeaten. They get their first loss. They are 4-1. California topples Oregon 45-7. Nebraska winner over Oklahoma State in the Big 8. And East Carolina does this number to Syracuse 23-20 in a big upset. And the 17th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes rebounding from a loss to Michigan last week. Didn't bounce back too far in their win over Wisconsin today. Trailing 6-3 in the fourth quarter, the Hawkeyes halt the Badgers' charge on that interception. And then with 44 seconds to go, they opt on a 4th down play to go for it, and they get it. Matt Rogers finds his receiver downfield, Mike Saunders, a 14-yard touchdown strike. Iowa dodges the bullets from the Badgers. Your final score, 10-6. Coach Hayden Fry hasn't lost in 13 games. He is 12-0-1 against Wisconsin. Virginia and Clemson battling to a 20-20 tie today. Alabama blanks Tulane 62-0. Georgia, a winner over Mississippi 37-17. And Auburn, a 2-point winner, trailed in this game 21-22, come back with a field goal to win it 24-22. 18 innings of scheduled baseball today played. The Twins in Toronto tonight for Game 4. The game is still going on right now. We are in the 8th inning, top of the 8th. Minnesota tallied 4 runs in the 4th inning. Kirby Puckett with a home run in that inning. They were up 4-1, and they are now up 7-2. Looks like they could win this one. If so, they advance 3-1 in the series. Earlier this afternoon, the Braves welcomed Pittsburgh to their Tomahawk hut, I guess. Top of the first batter of the game, in fact, was Orlando Merced. Going, gone. Out of here. Pittsburgh on top 1-0. But bottom of the first, the Braves would take their half of the inning and go to work. They answered the call. David Justice with 2 outs and a double down left field line. Ron Gant would come around and plate the tying run for the Braves. Then let's stay with this inning, and then it's the next batter, in fact. Brian Hunter follows with almost an identical play, a 2-run double of his own, or a run double of his own. Justice would make it a 2-1 lead. And then the next batter, Greg Olson. Scalp Smiley here. This one is out of the park. The Braves go up 4-1. That's all they needed in this one, but they got a lot more for insurance. Final count 10-3. Atlanta is now up 2-1 in this series, Lori. So that's the way baseball wraps up. I'm losing my voice. I'll let you take it over from there.
Okay. Thanks, Mark. Up next, a rat-a-tat-tat of the drum and the wail of trumpets, a competition to beat the band. Next.